Yeah, Canada Bar funny. I sent it in the I sent this to the Burden told us so he can join in too if you want it. Cause I remember he said that he said he wanted to jump on Slovakia drinking on this Spindrift. This joker tastes like peach in the eye. See that? Ah, so
Shalom.
you said what?
I said Shalom. We live, ain't we?
Yeah. We got.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All praise to the Most High, man.
Um,
All praise.
Shalom, Cody. Shalom. But yesterday, Kobe, Tahuar, Kayelin, and Shemayim, they was all reading Tobit. I was like, man, all praises. All praises,
My bad.
man.
I had a brain fart. I thought you was gonna say Judith. I'm like, I'm actually excited about it. Hold on,
Yeah.
that, that's crazy.
Thought they
We got
almost
Squab in
snaked
here
us.
somewhere.
Shalom,
Yeah,
Shabbat.
that one.
Yeah, that'd have been crazy. That would have been crazy. But we are going to go ahead and kick this bad boy off. That you wicked. But we're gonna go ahead and kick this bad boy off. All right. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God Yahweh. Right. In the name of His Son, Yahweh Shah, to the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Right. I said that slow because I was meditating on it and how powerful that is. You know what I'm saying? That's not what today's lesson is, so I don't want to get too deep into that. Shalom, Shalev, Salakia if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but Shalom, right? Welcome. We are going to get into it. You see what the title is? It says, "What does God want you to eat?" What does God, the Almighty, the Most High God, the Master of the universe, what is His desired diet for you? What does He want you to eat? Is it everything? Is it some things? Can you not eat meat? Can you eat meat? If you can eat meat, what kind of meat? Can you eat pork? Can you eat beef? Can you eat cow? Chicken? What does the Most High God want you to eat? Let the Christian church teach it. You can eat anything as long as you pray over it. What does the Bible have to say? What does God have to say about this? Right? That's what we finna get into right now. Okay? So I'm gonna start off at Leviticus 11:1 so we know who's speaking. Leviticus 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and said, so I could spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts whatsoever parteth the hoof, is cloven footed, and cheweth the cud. Among the beasts that shall ye eat. Nevertheless, these ye shall not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof as the camel. It says as the camel, because he cheweth not the cud, but divideth not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. So what it's saying is, you can look it up. A cloven footed animal, a divided foot animal, right? Like if you look at a horse, you can imagine a horseshoe. He's not cloven footed, which means he's unlawful to eat, right? He's unlawful to eat. But then you got a sheep. A sheep is cloven footed, and he cheweth the cud, him shall ye eat, right? Let's keep reading. Verse 5. And the coney, because he cheweth the cud, but not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the hare, because he cheweth the cud, but divided not the hoof, he is unclean unto you. And the swine, it's not a, it's not like this, right? You don't get to have the hoof be cloven footed and he don't chew the cud. You be like, oh well, he's good. One of those. No, not the same. He's saying that he must have both of those
The logic, King, you cutting out a little bit, bro. I don't know if
and he must be both footed.
it's just on my end or what. Can you hear me?
What about now?
Say something. Yeah, I think you cutting in and out, bro. Can you hear my horn?
I can hear you. I don't hear Mahar. I don't think you're talking.
Yeah, I was just making sure it's not me. Okay,
Am I
I
good
can
now?
kind of hear you clear.
I got better
Yeah, you
bars
better
now.
now. Yeah, you better now. I can hear my heart beat, so I think we good.
You said I'm good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all praises. That was one of the bad areas I go through. I shouldn't go through another bad area for about another hour or so. Um, so Shalom Lakai, House of Mahar, all praises. Um, it's not it don't work like, because he cheweth the cud, but his foot isn't cloven that you can eat it. No, he must have both traits. He must have both characteristics in order for him to be considered clean. He must have a cloven foot. If we were on the computer, you know what I'm saying, on a sit down lesson, we'd dive a little bit more deeper into it and pull up some images, you know, of a cloven foot, show you how it divides, um, and then, the process of chewing the cud, ultimately digesting your food properly, right? Like the cow. The cow digests his food properly. He got a couple stomachs actually. Chew it, it goes to one stomach, regurgitates it, chew it again, swallow it, it goes to another stomach. That's why they sit there and they're constantly just chewing all day. They're chewing all day, right? Typically, from what I've seen, fellas, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. I haven't seen mostly the meat animals that we do eat vegetation. They not meat eaters. Would y'all agree or disagree? Because I haven't seen an animal that's clean, that's a meat eater that we can eat. Look, brothers don't want to back their brother up, right? No sweat. It's all good.
So, like, I'm doing a drop now. Not to my knowledge, bro. Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Right. I haven't heard of that, right? Looks like my hard dropped off. Probably gonna have to add him back in a second. But I'm gonna read verse 7 again. It says, "And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud, he is unclean unto you." Remember, this is what God is saying. God is saying he's unclean unto you, right? Verse 8, "Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and of their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean unto you." You cannot eat of this beast, right? We know that the Most High God doesn't change. He doesn't change. Because now we're saying, you got people saying all you got to do is pray over it and it's clean. I didn't read. I remember one time me and mom we was at a festival. I think it was Creek Nation Festival. And we're talking to this one guy, this one gentleman. Talking to this one gentleman, and we got into the discussion about the dietary law. I asked him, "What can you eat?" He said, "All things if you pray over it." I said, "Okay, Mahar, read that." Mahar started reading Leviticus 11. Shalom, WFI St. Louis. All praises. Glad to see you. All praise to the Most High. We were getting into it, and I told Mahar, read Leviticus 7 about how you cannot eat this animal. And he then for said, you can pray over it. I said, okay. I didn't hear the part. Mahar read it again, and as Mahar was reading it, Buddy just walked off. He just walked off because a lot of Christians know that their doctrine is not found in the Bible. The things that they teach and say is not found in the scriptures. It's not found in the word of God. And we know Christ said, man shall not live upon bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Guess what? We started at verse 1, and we read that this was the word of the Most High to Moses to give to Israel. This was the word. So for us and our people, no, you cannot eat a swine, you cannot eat pig, right? Horse. It was actually funny one time. I got another example. My homeboy, this is actually one of my best friends beside my heart. He's in the world, and he refused to eat Burger King. I said, why don't you want to eat no Burger King? He said, man, that's horse meat. I said, nigga, what's the pop? You eat pig? What's the pop? You eat pig. This is the flawed thing in a lot of ways. Animals, they're both, but you the clean animal, but you can't settle for a horse. Horses probably, not even probably, horses have a better diet than pigs do. Horses have a better diet than pigs do. Damn, I'm breaking up my heart. Can you hear me?
Nah.
Nah. Brother said they doctrine hold no weight. That's why they think it's contradictory. Exactly. This is why they have to say that the Old Testament is done away with, when there are a lot of prophecies that still have yet to come to pass in the Old Testament, right? There's still a lot of prophecies that haven't come to pass in the Old Testament. So when we read in the Word of God, where Christ told us to read, where he told us to live, right? What we live upon, which is the word, every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. When we go to the Old Testament and read it, they now have to say, no, the Old Testament is done away with, my brother. You can eat that pork sandwich now, my brother. But they won't pick up no horse meat. But they'll shun Chinese people for eating dog. None of it makes sense. Over here, we eat none of those things. You can't eat a camel. I know people eat camels out there. We just read you can't eat a camel, right? And there are certain other animals. You can eat chicken, right? We see that quail, you know what I'm saying? You can eat bird. Not all birds, but you can eat bird, right? I'ma keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep reading. It said, verse 9, and these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the seas,
Cut out, bro.
you said what?
You got cut out when you were saying the part about the fins and scales.
Man, this is madness. All right, let me read again. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean unto you. Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. Meaning what? Whatever you eat in the waters, concerning the water, fins and scales. That is the requirement. Fins and scales, right? Like salmon. Salmon has fins and scales, right? Tilapia. I wouldn't advise eating tilapia because the overproduction of farming that they do. That's a farm fish. I wouldn't advise it, but you can eat it. It does have fins and scales, right? Um, Shrimp is a no-no. Shrimp does not have fins or scales. They do not have fins or scales. Crab, it's a no-no. You know, some people, well, yeah, it's a land animal. You know what I'm saying? It's a land and sea animal. It's an amphibious, and no. If that's the case, it has none of the above. Fins nor scales, cloven footed. No, you can't eat it.
Salakia, if
Go
I
ahead, King.
may, just in case some people missed it, if the sea creature is missing one or the other, it is unlawful. You dig what I'm saying? If it don't have fins, it's unlawful, or if it don't have scales, it's unlawful. Either one will disqualify it from being lawful. If it has one of the above, it is unlawful to eat. Don't eat it.
Correct. Like catfish. I think catfish got fins. But guess what? He ain't got no scales. He is unlawful to eat. He's a bottom fish, right? Brother dropped some good information. Bass, trout, bluegill fish, flounder, cod, red snapper, and grouper. It's a gang of clean fish. That's correct. There are dozens of clean fish. But guess what? A lot of people, when they go out and go get that seafood boil, it ain't no clean fish in there. You got corn, they got crab legs and the snow crab legs and the shrimp. No. A lot of the times our people don't even know that the reason why these things are perceived as high value, it was because it was a marketing scheme back in the day. Nobody was buying shrimps and crabs and so on and so forth because everybody knew it was a filthy animal, right? Do some research, do some information digging. The media advertisement had to start pushing it out there, had to start pushing it as if it's a luxurious thing, and then people started buying it more. This is why people are known as sheep. They just follow. You just follow anything that television says, you just gonna do it. You don't need no backup information. You don't need to fact check it. You just hear it and it's good. Now
Hey,
Go ahead, King.
Slovakia. That's the same thing they did with cigarettes. One of their tactics is that they will show you an influential person using their product or whatever they're trying to promote. They will use an influential person you know what I'm saying? Somebody you familiar with. Uh, you know what I'm saying? That's why they tried to get Alazar, our elder in the account of the Maccabees, I believe that was his name. I believe they tried to get him to eat some pork in front of the congregation. You know how many people that would have caused to go off because he's influential, and that's why they chose him. Other people they use influential people. That's one of their tools. They try to use influential people to sway your mind. One of their tactics.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Slim said shrimp always creep me out. Never ate lobster either. All praises. That's good. They're supposed to creep you out. A roach will creep you out. That's all the shrimp is. It's a sea roach, right? My wife said they want the exotic fish. Of course, Jake always thinking something is exotic or foreign or different. People out. Here's what's crazy. Jake always want to be different in an unrighteous way. Jake want to be different in an unrighteous way. Be different by the way
I'm
the
gonna
Most
jump in
High.
after you.
Yes, sir. Be different via the Most High. The Most High said, "Do this to be holy, to be set apart, to be different." Jake try to be different the way the world want him to. Oh, I got this expensive Louis. I'm eating, snow crab lobster, and I kind of got this pork. I don't even know what a pork. I don't know any pork dishes. I'm not gonna lie. A pork chop, a pork steak.
But
I don't
filet
know.
mignon, they try
Right.
to make that sound fancy and charge you $1,000 for it. Ain't nothing but a
Yeah.
piece of bacon.
He said never a piece of bacon. Right, Mar, go ahead.
Man, I think I was on YouTube scrolling and there's some Hamites and they was making mosquito burgers. Think of that. He said it take
Yeah.
thousands. It's some season during the year where they in a location, everybody getting ready for that. Everybody making them mosquito burgers, bro. It take thousands and thousands and thousands of mosquitoes. They swatting them into a pan. Like it's that many. It's clumps of mosquitoes. They killing them. Then they like turning it into like a ground beef texture substance kind of thing, man. It's like mosquitoes. Ham over doing that. You got Moab, then you got Chinese people getting into the squid, the octopus, and they kind of eating it alive and they putting it on YouTube. And Jake watching it, and now he kind of want to get into it, man. He want to go try some octopus. He want to dip it in the hibachi, in the sriracha.
He said the
But hey,
sriracha.
I meant to say wasabi.
Right.
Moab is funny.
That's a fact. The Lord don't want you making half-pound mosquito burgers and you putting it between Dave's bread and you think you got a good meal. The Lord don't want you doing that, right? Mosquito burgers is off limits. Squid is off limits. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie, I've tried squid before in the world. It's not dope. It wasn't a great experience. It wasn't something that I would go back to. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of this stuff be mid. It be basic.
Shrimp is mid, bro.
It's mid. But
Jake,
Pork is so trash, dog. But they just put it in everything. That's the only thing. Pork is so, bro. Oh my god.
pork is garbage. But Shalom, Hebrew daughter. All
So
praise to see you. Brother said he his mom made him crawfish one day as a child. Brother ended up fasting at 7 and he didn't even know. The spirit was on the brother. The brother kind of didn't want to eat dinner that night. Ah, damn, I'm really cool. It's madness, right? So no, the Lord, this is the Most High saying you cannot eat and partake in these certain things, right? Just like we went through about the fish. Now to get the details on a lot more of the other stuff you can and can't eat, it's going to take some research. You're going to have to look certain animals up and then see if they fit the description. And you're going to have to read the rest of this chapter to get the details on the minor animals. We just went over majority of what a lot of people eat. Because from what I know, most people don't eat bugs anyway. There are lawful bugs to eat, but nowadays most people are not eating bugs anyway, right? So you can get the details on that. Um, okay, now, now, now I want to get into what Christians try to use to prove you can eat whatever you want to eat, right? Let's see. Let's see. They go to Matthew 15, right? We're going to read Matthew chapter 15. Mind you, we had already went over how Christ told us we're supposed to live on every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. And that goes back to the law. I'm gonna just be honest. It goes back to the law. So let's see if he goes against the law in the same. This is Matthew 15. And I'm going to start. Wow. Is this what I wanted?
bro. I mean, yeah, you can start from verse 1, bro. I mean, this is something that people use to try and
Yeah.
go into this. And let me read
Yeah.
the first few verses because I'm gonna go to a bad place. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Before that happens. All right, got it. Matthew chapter 15, verse 1. It says, Then came to Yahushua scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? I'm gonna read that again. It says, Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. Want me to keep going?
No, I got it.
All right.
This is the foundation behind what Christ is finna teach. That they didn't pull up on him and say, why do y'all transgress the laws of God by eating unclean animals? That's not what's said right here. They said, why do you transgress the tradition of elders? A lot of the times people conflate the tradition of elders with the law of God and establishing your own righteousness as the law of God. That's not what's happening. What was happening was the Pharisees were establishing their own law besides the law of the Most High. In that, they transgressed the laws of the Most High. Let's keep reading.
God. Verse 3 says, But he answered and said unto them, Why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
Come on.
For God commanded, saying, Honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Come on.
But ye say, Whosoever shall say to his father or mother, It is a gift by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me,
Come on.
and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandment of God of none effect by your tradition.
So we see that Christ is standing on the law of God. Christ is standing by the word of his Father as we should as well. He said in the law, when a man curseth his father or his mother, let him die to death. This is what Christ saying. He gotta go. Let him die. But you, whenever somebody come around and they bring a gift maybe some money, maybe some ties. They kind of swing something your way to kind of steer the judgment. You let them go free. This is a harsh law. Christians don't go into this because this is pretty hard to deal with. Christ said, let them die. That's the judgment. They need to die. You letting them go for money's sake, for a gift's sake. That's a transgression as well. Don't be taking bribes for judgment. Don't take gifts. Don't let gifts alter your judgment. That's transgression. But the Christ is saying no. They're supposed to die, but you let them go free. You let them go free, and you break the law of God through your tradition. Let's keep reading if you're available.
So like I was on
Gosh,
mute. Verse 7.
you good? Go ahead.
It says, "Ye hypocrites, well did Esaias prophesy of you, saying, This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
One.
But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men."
So he's saying in vain they worship, teaching the doctrine commandments of men. This is what he's talking about. The doctrine and the commandments of men. This is the whole context of what's going on. Was the tradition of the elders. It had nothing to do with unclean meats. Nothing. But they skip all of this context. They skip all of this context and they go straight to verse 11. Read verse 11.
God, verse 11 says, "Now that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth," Salakim. I'm going to read verse 11 better. It says, "Not that which," can I read verse 10? Because I kind of skipped that.
But
All right, kind of. It says, "And he called the multitude and said unto them, Hear and understand. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth a man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth a man."
so it's not talking about unclean things. He said, why do you wash it? Why do you eat without washing hands? That was it. That was it. All Christ is saying, look, man, your words, what you say, with the things, how you act, how you move, and how you speak, that's what defile you. Not if I'm eating with unwashing hands. You transgressing the law, you transgressing God is what defile you. Not transgressing the law of the elders. This had nothing to do with unclean foods. But let's say somebody didn't understand, right? Let's say somebody didn't get it. Let's say somebody was like, nah, this still talking, nah, because you know that's man, talking about food and let's
Hey,
go to
Malachi, is he cutting out on your end?
God,
Yo, are you cutting out? You breaking up, King? Say something, say something.
verse 10 and we're gonna start at verse 10. Mar, did you still want to continue reading or did you want me to read?
I was saying, we were trying to tell you that you was breaking up.
That's
But you can
bogus, man.
read though. You can read though. Yeah, you
All right.
breaking up for a cool little second, but go ahead.
I in the midst of all that breaking up, I said, let's see if some people, because some people that's not good enough for them. They still think it's talking about unclean meats. Cool. Let's go to Acts 10. This is after Christ's death, burial, and resurrection. All right. Let's pick this up right here. Acts 10 and 10. It says on the morning they went on a journey from the city.
Hey, you breaking up? Malachi, is he breaking up again on your end?
Hell yeah. You should
Yeah,
probably read if you can. I don't seem like you're
yeah.
doing so bad early.
I'm gonna pull up to the stop. I can read a little bit though. He don't
Yeah,
even know he's super cooked right now.
I don't even think
In the
you can.
house top of the air. And
Yo, all right, hold on, bro. I don't know if you still teasing that, but yo, shit. As soon as
Breaking
you
up, big
start reading,
dog.
it start breaking up. Can you hear me?
bro, yeah, what,
You
bro?
too.
I'm getting vexed now, bro. I'm getting vexed now.
Bro,
I'm not gonna
you
lie.
usually have no problems with this on your route.
Hey, he
It's
always
just
No,
got
our
the good
route.
reception, man.
Yeah, man. Okay, look,
this is
look, look.
crazy.
What all did you read? I'm gonna pull up to the stop in like 2 minutes, but I can read a little bit. All right, I'm gonna
This
start
is
at 10 and 10.
crazy.
All right,
Yeah.
let's keep rocking. Acts chapter 10, verse 10. Real quick preface. A lot of Christians use this scripture or this passage to teach that you do not have to keep God's dietary law. They use this passage to say you can eat whatever you want. All right, read in verse 10. It says, and he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they made ready, he fell into a trance. This talking about Peter. Read up. This talking about Peter. The rock of the
It sounds like he cutting out. I don't know if that's me though. Is it me?
bar, something
Yeah,
like
too.
that. That's bad.
This is Matt. Ah, that's Satan. That's
Bro,
Satan right there.
deliver the message, man.
That's Satan,
Deliver the
man.
message.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get through this.
Uh,
We're gonna get through this, right? Verse 11. And saw heaven open and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the four corners and let down to the earth, wherein all were wherein were all manner of four-footed beasts of the earth, and wild beasts, and creeping things, and fowls of the air. And there came a voice to him, rise, Peter, kill and eat. So there was a voice that came to Peter. Shalom, Sister Walina. There was a voice that came to him and said, rise, Peter, kill and eat. Mind you, this is all manners of beasts upon this net. And it came to him while he was hungry, right? And we see that at verse either 9 or 10. He was hungry. So, some temptation fell down to him. Rise, Peter, kill and eat. What does Peter say? What does Peter say? Verse 14. But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. He said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. So if you think, so you're telling me, right? This whole time you've been with Christ, Christ didn't taught you don't got to eat you don't got to keep the dietary law no more. Christ didn't taught that. And Peter don't get it, and he the rock of the church. Yeah, no, that's not what's happening here. That's not what's happening here, right? Let's continue reading. Verse 14. But Peter answered, said to him, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. And the voice spake unto him again the second time, what God hath cleansed, that call thou not common. Christians be like, see that? Look, God cleansed the pork, brother. He made the pork clean. It's for you. You just got to pray over it and you'll be fine. Let's continue reading. Verse 16, this was done thrice, meaning three times. And the vessel was received up again unto heaven. Now while Peter doubted in himself what the vision which he had seen should mean, because Peter understood, it damn sure didn't mean I can eat stuff that was common or unclean. He knew that. So he like, man, let me meditate on it a little bit more. It says, behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry for Simon's house and stood before the gate And now it's gonna go into some more of the storyline, right? Let me let the brother back on. Let me let the brother back on. But now it's gonna go into some more of the storyline. Let me see if I can find it, because I'm on this nasty droid, and I don't be using this right here. Verse 20. Boom. I see where I want it, but I'm trying to see if that's exactly where I want it. Okay, cool. Verse 27. It says, and as he talked with him, he went in and found many that were come together. And he said unto them, ye know how that is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come unto one of another nation. But God hath showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. This is what the vision was about. It was not about food. It was about men. It was about the Gentiles, right? One time, me and Mahar was talking to a pastor, right? He came down out of town. I can't remember if he stayed in like Montana or something. He was out of state, and he's over a big congregation, and he's got people with him, and we're talking to him, and we're talking about the dietary law. And he said, well, we got to remember the vision that Peter received, about he said, rise, Peter, kill and eat. And I said, I'm very aware of that vision. I said, but just so we all on the same page, you do remember the interpretation of what that vision was, right? He said, yeah. I said, what was the interpretation? He said, it was about men. I said, right. And not about food, right? He said, yeah. This is how bro, bro,
Finish.
bro, 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 bro. Are we
How
serious? The
are we?
disingenuous, bro.
What are we talking right now?
What are we doing? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Why did you pull that out as a proof text? And then when I ask you, you are familiar with what that vision is going into, right? He says, yes. I asked what? He said men, not food. This
He
is
cutting
how
out, so
Christians
I'm gonna
do.
try to explain what he's saying. He asked
Bro, I
them,
got 4 bars,
didn't
bro.
he know the true meaning behind the scripture, that it was really talking about men? He asked him, do he know what the interpretation was? He agreed, yes. Then he asked him, okay, and it was about men, correct? And he agreed, yes. So why would you pull that out? Food, all foods are clean. It's not, you're not being honest. You twisted on purpose at that point. He just confessed to it openly. That's what's crazy. That's what's funny. Like, wow.
Yep. Brother just
Okay, you got.
lied right to me. No, you good, I. Brother just lied directly to me in my heart for no reason. This is Christianity for you. That's Christianity. You just lied and tried to go to a proof text that didn't prove what you were talking about. I'm like, bro, are we serious? But these are the people that's supposed to lead us, right? These are the people that's supposed to guide us. See, if I was just a regular guy, didn't read the Bible, I didn't even go search for what he said. I'd just take his word for it and just go on about my day. Well, he's a pastor. He said Peter's vision. That sounds like it. That sounds like it'll be in the Bible. Let's go about my day. No, that is absolute madness.
Gotta
That's
search
absolute
things out.
madness.
Uh,
That's a fact.
was you done? Yeah.
Go ahead, Ken. You got it.
Okay, bro.
I think
But
that's your
say
end, bro.
you got to sort things out, right? The scriptures say, "Prove all things and hold fast that which is good." If he tell you that, and you don't go search it out to see if it's in accordance with the law and with the prophets, and you just take his word, that's fault. It's his fault too, but that's your fault. Because you got to prove all things and hold fast that which is good. And then what they saying don't line up with the law. It don't line up with the prophets, the epistles, the proverbs. If it's just if it don't stand up against the scripture, it don't make it's not true. It don't got no light in it. Tyron, you back?
You hear me?
Yes, sir. Say something.
That's a fact,
Yeah.
right? Because it's a prophecy over this kind of stuff. Right, I'm gonna go to it. Isaiah chapter 66. Isaiah chapter 66, right? Bear with me. Working with some things. By the way, when we be going all live like this, it be because you know what I'm saying, we brothers at work dealing with certain things. So have some mercy. But Isaiah 66 and 16, it says, "For by fire and his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, thus saith the Lord." Right? So the people that's going to be consuming these things, they let's just be honest. If you consuming these things, you're probably not keeping the laws of God, right? Off bat, you're not even keeping the minor laws. The laws easier to keep. You're probably not keeping any of the other laws. Most like God said, He's going to destroy you. So you got to be careful about those. You got to be careful about those kind of guys that come up to you and just kind of say it, however, whatever, and they expect you to just take your word from it for it. The face he kind of made and the shame that was on that man's face after he said that, and I asked him, does he know what that means? And he knew what that meant. It was nothing but shame and distress, discomfort on his face. Because he knew he had screwed up. He knew he screwed up. Like, yeah, it's going in the people. You're right. That's madness. That's madness. Like Schwab said, fire and brimstone, which is the second death. You are going to be consumed. The dietary law is not done away with, right? Now, now, the water Hebrew daughter, I really appreciate that. We really appreciate that. Now, we are going to get a little bit more into the diet, right? Did somebody have something? Sound like somebody went off mute.
I was gonna say what she say. Like I can't see the comments, and then like
She
when I go look back at the videos, I don't be seeing the comments from the live. He saying no
she
comment.
she said, uh, I heart all of you kings. So whatever time you give us is much appreciated.
Hey man, shout out Hebrew about it, man.
Yeah, yeah. She pretty tough. Not gonna lie.
It's always a pleasure every time.
So now
All praise.
we're going to dive a little bit more into the diet, right? We're gonna go to Sirach 30 and 25. It says, "A cheerful and good heart will have care of his meat and diet." He's going to have care of his meat and of his diet, right? So what does this mean? You got to monitor what you're putting in your mouth, what you're putting in your mouth, and so on and so forth, right? Even of the clean meats, right? Because you got to think about it. We are not in control of what's getting sold to us. It's upon you to read, open your eyes, study, see what's going on. It's called the Food and Drug Administration. Let me say that one more time. It's called the Food and the Drug Administration. The people that sell you your food are in cahoots with the hospitals, right? They're in cahoots with the hospitals. So you got to think and you got to actually look into what kind of diet our forefathers had. I actually looked up the ancient day Israelite diet, right? It consisted of a lot of soup, bread, lentils, beans, vegetation, so on and so forth, right? Our people were never primary meat eaters. And when I say that, I'm not saying put meat away. I don't want everybody to think I'm be a vegan. I'm not on that kind of time. But what I am saying is we didn't have turkey, bacon, and eggs for breakfast, a 3 pound burger for lunch. I know 3 pounds was excessive, but it might not be. We're in America, right? A 1 pound burger for lunch and then a steak for dinner. That's not what our people was eating. Our people were eating a lot of vegetation, a lot of fruits, right? And there was meat mingled in every now and then here and there, but meat was not the primary. You got to think we're an agricultural people. We deal with the harvest, right? A lot of the meat back then, a lot of times was used for feast days and sacrifices. You wasn't just trying to kill your lamb or your sheep for dinner. Like, it brought you much more profit than that. Why do that when you're prepared to reap all of this harvest you didn't work for, right? Even in Ezekiel, it says, but go ahead, King. You got somebody got something? Okay, cool. In Ezekiel, it says that you shall eat your bread defiled among the Gentiles. What I think that's going into is talking about how they can give you something, but it may have 50 grams of sugar in it. No, scratch that. It may not even just be sugar. It's high fructose corn syrup. And then you got zethanol and L-beta beans. I just made that word up, but that's something that you'll see on there. A bunch of chemicals. A bunch of chemicals being put into your food. It's a sauce. Next time you get some dipping sauce for your fries or for your burger, look at what's in there. See if you can pronounce any of that. And then look up about 3 things on that. Look up about 3 chemicals. Like brother said, a bunch of MSG. Monosodium glutamate, I think is how you pronounce it. That don't sound natural. That don't sound like I can just go, let me go get some monosodium glutamate off this tree real quick. It sounds like madness, right? So what we're to do as a people is to monitor what we are putting inside of our bodies. Monitor those things, right? I got a precept right here. Sorry, 37-29. Be not unsatiable in any dainty thing, nor too greedy upon thy meats. For excess of meats bringeth sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. By surfeiting, many have perished, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. If you take heed into what you're putting, what's in your diet, you're going to prolong your diet. You're going to prolong your life, I should say, Salakia. You are going to prolong your life. You can't sit there, you can't have fast food for breakfast, fast food for lunch, and fast food for dinner for 5 years straight and not expect anything to happen to you. That's just not how it works. And then people think, okay, I didn't go out to eat, so I should be good. No, read your labels. Read what you are putting into your body. The brothers, I got a lot of brothers that have hit me up. Hey, Ak, is this cool to eat? I simply tell them, what's the ingredient say? And he read this laundry list of ingredients for what should be a pack of potato chips. It should be potatoes, maybe some salt, maybe a little avocado oil to help crisp it up. It's about 3 or 4 things right there. No, they read a laundry list of ingredients, mostly chemicals, sugar added in there, and a bunch of nonsense. And I said, hey, well, shit, can you pronounce any of that?
Hey, so like,
Well, no. Go ahead, King.
you hear me?
Yes,
Bro,
sir.
you read the back of some of this stuff, bro. Goddamn 5-syllable words back there, man.
Yeah, with dashes. The hell is this
For
dash?
real.
The hell is that? So no, our people wonder why we're in a great deal of sickness. It's because the thing that you're putting in your body is causing great inflammation and great stress. Inflammation causes pain. You're gonna have pain. This is where arthritis and a lot of problems come from. A lot of diseases, a lot of harmful things in your body. It's because you're inflaming your body constantly. When was the last time you went a whole week without eating meat? When was the last time you went a whole week without eating something processed, something highly processed? Just a week. Just a week. A week without eating highly processed nonsense. I don't even shame meat like that. I advise if you do eat meat, preferably get it from a farmer that you do know. But if you can't, get get stuff that don't got added stuff to meat, hormones, chemicals, so on and so forth. Try to get grass fed stuff. Like, so you gonna do those, you know, things that I those tips. She works. She knows going into watches the eggs, or she watches the chickens. She know how they live. We eat those eggs, right? But monitor what's going on in your diet. Our people are very careless when it comes to what we eat. When was the last
So
time
like,
you went? Go ahead, King.
if I may quote a precept right quick, we driving a lot, by the way. We primarily driving, so that's why brothers ain't so heavy on just going to precepts, and it's kind of hard to read a little bit. So anyway, roughly paraphrasing, the scripture says, uh, 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 "A wise man shall have a care to his meat and his diet." Meaning you're gonna be mindful of what you eating, what you putting in your body, your eating habits. You feel me? You're gonna be mindful of those things if you're using wisdom.
That's a fact. You're gonna be mindful of those things, and we wonder why obesity is rising. We wonder why people are in the gym and they yet can't find themselves losing weight. I can't lose weight. I'm in the gym. I've been in the gym for months, and I just can't lose weight. Well, it's probably because you're inflaming your body with things like canola oil, soybean oil, right? That's probably why. You cannot be eating those things. People's daughter says, I eat no takeout food and I try to buy organic food. That's another thing. You want to try to get organic foods, as best as you can get organic. If you don't get organic, wash the hell out of your food. That goes for vegetation. Get
Hey, this
organic
is through the
blueberries and
spirit.
strawberries. Go ahead, King.
Salaki. This is through the spirit, bro. I walked into the produce section this morning because I be, starting my day off with a little fruit, shit like that, stuff like that. Boom! I walk in the produce section, and something just came on me strong, like a strong smell came in my nostrils, and I'm like, damn. And then it came to my mind. That's when it hit me. I'm like, pesticides, and it just locked in. I'm like, wow, this shit really do got pesticides. Like you can literally take if you paying attention hard enough, you can really smell pesticides. You can really taste the difference between pesticides. The other day, bro, I'm saying all this to stress how important it is to really wash your fruits and just produce in general. Because I walked in the store this morning and smelled so much pesticide. That's when it hit me. And I usually wash my fruits anyway. But the other day, I was kind of like, man, it ain't that deep. I must have ate a grape. That motherfucker was bitter. I'm real got experiment. So I'm like, boom, I ate the grape. I had a scientific mind. So I ate the grape. I'm like, man, this motherfucker nasty. What's wrong with the shit? I ate another. I'm like, yeah, nah, these motherfuckers is nasty. Just double checking, like, nah, these motherfuckers, something wrong. I go wash them. I soak them in some lime juice and water. Because that's one of the ways to clean your produce or pesticides. You can soak it in either lime juice, vinegar, just something acidic, something that's gonna penetrate that greasy pesticides and shit like that. Because this water is not enough, so you gotta. It's tutorials on how to do this on YouTube, but you gotta soak it in either lime juice, lemon juice, vinegar, something acidic that's gonna penetrate the pesticides. Uh, that's the method. But anyway, I've soaked them in the damn lime juice. Came back, tried it again. Like, okay, now they hidden. You know what I'm saying? Tried another one. Like, okay, now they hidden. You dig what I'm saying? So you gotta prove what's good, man. And to me, that me doing that little experiment like that just proved to me like you really knocking off pesticides. Like you really making a difference when you soak your fruits and vegetables. They really doused in pesticides. It's a real thing.
That's a fact, right? Like Schwab said,
Shalom, King. Did you say Shawab on here?
yeah, brother Schwab, Wa Yakwa.
My boy.
But says, he said, the soul food will smoke you. You got all this greased up food. That's all. I'm not gonna lie. Greased food and Big Mama, and you wonder why her elbow kind of got that slab of meat right there by it.
Dog,
We
chill
need to stop
out.
eating these things.
Oh my God.
No, I'm for real, bro, because this is what be killing our people.
No, hey, speak on it.
I'm for real.
Oh shit.
This what be killing our people. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody had to say
I
it.
already know the vibes. Somebody gotta say it. That ain't cool. You ain't supposed to be walking in the Big Mama house and she just waddling around and she kind of got to deal with diabetes. And she don't know why she got to deal with diabetes. But she adding sugar to her soda. The hell you adding sugar to your soda for? We actually know some people like that. One of her brothers was telling me, yeah, she used to add tablespoons of sugar to Coca-Cola. What? That's what's killing our people. And you know what? We go to the Food and Drug Administration. We eat this damnable food. Go to the doctors, and they just throw you a pill that's just gonna fix the symptom. Well, here you go. Go ahead and take that high blood pressure medicine. A lot of people who are on high blood pressure medicine, still die from the result of high blood pressure. Meaning high blood pressure medicine doesn't solve anything. It's not going to take your blood pressure down. You need to change your diet. We eat an overconsumption amount of iodized salt, too much sugar, too much stuff that's got grease in it. We got to chill out on that. And it all start with you, just simply changing it. One step at a time. One step at a time. Like Schwab just said, looking at a food labels. We got two Schwabs in here, so you know that what's going on. Looking at food labels, and it reads like a damn medicine, like a medicine ball. That's a fact. You thought you just got chocolate chip cookies. No, nigga. You got zethanol, high fructose corn syrup, monosodium, and this and that. This dash XYB. They got red food coloring in it. They put food
Hey,
coloring in pickles. They have yellow food coloring in pickles. Go ahead,
hey, you got dyes, you got paint thinners, you got what is it called? Bro, you got all types of nonsense. You got industrial grade chemicals in your food, man.
you cut out on my end. What'd you say?
I said you got industrial grade chemicals in your food. Paint thinners, uh all types of madness, man. Roach juice. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's real life in your food, man. You gotta watch out for roach juice in your food. And they're not
he
telling you
said
it's roach
roast beef.
juice. You gotta look up the ingredients. You gotta look it up.
Yeah, they playing off your ignorance. Hey, they
Yeah.
got cereal nowadays, bro. They put on there, this may inhibit your child's ability to learn. That's what's on a lot of cereal nowadays, bro. A lot of if you go by the SAD diet, which is the standard American diet, you go by the damn SAD diet, you get that to your child, and he juiced up on all this sugar and all it, bro. That's gonna mess with his mental capability. He's not gonna be a calm child. It's gonna mess with him mentally. It's gonna affect his learning capabilities. It's gonna affect him the same way it will affect you. This diet that we're eating now, it's not a life producing diet. It's not a healthy diet. No, you need to go on a detox, a herbal detox. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, I would not recommend a herbal detox. I would recommend just changing your diet. But if you are not pregnant or breastfeeding, you need to go on a herbal detox, at least for a minimum, go on a plant-based diet for a week, and then after that, incorporate your easier meats and incorporate healthier meats, and continue to cut out all this processed food. There's stuff that's sold here that's illegal to sell in other countries. Like Amanan said, all types of spirits in the food. That food was put in here to kill you. I'm just being honest. They don't care about you. You know what they want? They want you to eat it, get sick, then go to the doctor. They give you the food that's gonna lead you to the drugs that they're administrating. That's all it is. The Food and Drug Administration. They give you the food that's gonna lead your ass to the drugs that they administrating.
They
That's
throwing
all.
each other alley oops. They alley oop dunking your life, man. That's
They
what they
drugging your
doing to
life.
you, man. That's not
Yeah,
even funny, man. That's what they doing to us, though, man.
they killing us, man. And a lot of people don't even know. Niggas don't know why they got diabetes. Niggas don't know why they got gout. Don't know why they suffering from the things they suffering from, so on and so forth, right? But for a tip, I'm gonna give everybody a tip. Generally, one of the safest herbs there is, from my understanding, is ginger. I advise everybody. incorporate ginger into their life and incorporate cayenne pepper shots into their life. You know, just throw some cayenne powder into a glass of water, take that bad boy down, and get outside more, get some more sun. Generally, a lot of our people are not getting sun, um, which means a lot of people are vitamin D deficient, which is going to cause a lot of problems. Get out, get some sun. That way you can get your vitamin D stores up for the winter. Because wintertime, you got something that's it's like winter depression. Typically, that happens to people who are vitamin D deficient because it's not as much sun. Obviously, it's sun in the winter, but you're not getting as much sun in the winter as you would be in the summer. So to avoid that depression that you get in the winter, you got to store up on vitamin D in the summer. Be outside. You know what I'm saying? Go chill. You want a lot of your skin uncovered, ladies. Um, See, look, Hebrew daughter on it. Hebrew daughter on it. Yeah, she on it. She on it. I ain't gonna lie. She on time with it. I ain't finna
What,
hold you.
what happened?
She said I use ginger and cayenne daily. She on
Uh,
time with it. She on time with it for sure, right? Um, like I was saying, you want to use you want to get out. I was finna say, ladies, to get some vitamin D, I would advise going somewhere secluded and nobody can find you. If you got a fenced backyard, you know, and that your husband allow you to show your legs and show some skin out there, get you some vitamin D, right? Because there's been studies where a lot of I got to make sure I make this right turn because boy, I missed this turn last time. I was running my mouth. But a lot of studies show that people who are closer to the equator um, have less diseases and less disease problems. And if they do get that disease, um, have it in shorter terms and it's less detrimental, right? So what am I saying here? I'm saying the equator is the people that's typically closer to the sun. The sun is more so shining brighter and hotter in those areas, right? A lot of what is it called? Autoimmune diseases. A lot of autoimmune diseases are from vitamin D deficiencies, lack of vitamin D. And if you get vitamin D, it's going to help your autoimmune disease. You got to absorb a good amount of vitamin D though. You got to be in the sun. It was a study done on the Arabian women. Arabian women weren't always wearing hijabs and scarves and hair wraps and covered up. They weren't always doing that. So what happened is when they did start implementing that, autoimmune diseases rose up in their women vastly because every time they step out, everything's covered up. They're not getting no sun. They're not getting any sun. So get out, get you some sun, right? That's a great natural healer that the Most High God gave us, right? We already know that. We get energy from the sun. We get power. Trees grow from the sun. Life is predominantly around the sun. Let's just be honest. If the sun stopped shining for a month straight, we would be finished, right? So the sun has a job, and we read about that in Solomon, right? The Most High God gave everything a commandment. If the sun was to stop shining, he would be in transgression of that commandment. He'd do away with the sun. Guess what, though? Israel, the only people that ain't trying to keep the commandments, though. Seeing how I brought all that back around full circle. Hey, Malachi, they thought they got away. You hear that?
they thought it was sweet. Thought we was
They
just
thought
gonna
it
keep
was
giving
safe.
dietary advice. Nah,
Yeah. Nah. They thought it was good.
Lord,
They
nigga.
was they was waiting on the lemon water solution. Nah, keep the commandments.
Yeah.
Keep the commandments. All
Crazy.
right. All praises. But yeah, man. Get out, get some more sun, and get active. It was also a study that generally people over 30, a large amount of people over 30 will never run again. They don't be active, right? And here's the thing: things that are typically living, things that typically have life, are moving and active, right? You go to a stale pond, it's filled with what? Diseases, mold, moth. It's nasty. It's rancid. You don't want to hop in a stale ass pond. You do that, you're done. Your ass gonna stay in that pond, all right? You're done. But you know what's filled with life and animals and things abundantly? Living water, moving water, rapid water, right? Stuff that's typically moving and flowing. So you as yourself want to be moving and flowing. The way that your blood gets back up to the rest of your body because your heart pumps it out. What pumps the blood back up from your legs? It's your calf muscles. It's your calf muscles. This is why they always talking about, it's heart healthy to walk. Yeah, because you're pumping all that blood right back up to your body, to the rest of your body. A lot of people who typically retire stop moving. And when they stop moving, they die right after retirement. It's like, damn, he was only retired for a year or two. Yeah, it's because they stopped moving. They got on the couch and they just sat there and flicked through the TV all day. Whereas I remember it was this one Asian woman that used to, she damn near probably still alive. It was one Asian woman that used to walk around my neighborhood. My neighborhood was a mid neighborhood. It wasn't the safest and it wasn't the most violent. As an old lady though, you wouldn't want to just be walking around there. It was an old Asian lady. She looked about 102 years old with nothing but grandkids around her, an abundance of little Chinese fellows. And she just walking with her hands behind her back all the day long. And she just walking and moving because she know, hey, I got to keep moving. I got to keep moving. I got to stay active. The moment you stop and get stagnated is the moment the rest of your body stops and gets stagnated. That's the moment the rest of your body stops and gets stagnated. You do not want to be stagnated. You do not want your blood to be stagnated. You don't want your cells to be stagnated. You want to keep moving and keep flowing. That's typically the things that's going to sustain your life, right?
So
Number
I
one,
can you hear me?
yes, sir. Go ahead.
Um, I know it's so many different workouts that people can be doing. And you got all of these different influencers, especially if you like my age, you're on social media or YouTube. You see all of these social media people. There's so many workouts. There's so many people showing you all these different workouts. Don't get caught up in that every single workout. You know what I'm saying? It can be overwhelming. I heard, you know how whenever you was changing your diet and you was trying out vegan and you was
Mm-hmm.
trying out different diets, it can be overwhelming because there's so many different things to know.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to like working out and staying movement, just keep it simple. Just do something every day to get your heart rate up. You know what I'm saying? Something that's gonna make your heart do what it need to do faster, like jogging a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's a good get your heart rate up. Do some jumping jacks, jump rope. Keep things simple. Keep it light. Over time, you can start, doing different training and weight training or calisthenics and push-ups and other stuff. But start getting your heart rate up. That's a good place to start, man. That's a good place to start. I yield with that. Oh,
That's a fact.
okay, never mind.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta go above and beyond. A lot of these people that's on these YouTubes nowadays, they do steroids. Let's just call it what it is. They own the juice, right? They juicing. You're not finna look like them, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not finna look like them. I'm speaking to the brothers my age. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna look like him, brother, unless you get on the juice. I don't advise getting on the juice. There's a lot of bad stuff that come with that, right? But all you gotta do is just get active, get moving, walk outside. Just walk outside, get some fresh air. There's a lot of people that spend a lot of their days just inside, stagnant, stale, not moving, and they spend months like that. When we are a people that come from, our forefathers were outside people, agricultural people, moving
Mm.
people, living people. Go ahead, King.
Another thing is we are agriculture people. We were in the fields planting our own crops, tending to them, planting our own seeds, breaking up the ground, keeping up with our own houses. You might have own land. You got to keep up with things around the house. It's not just wiping things down and vacuuming. Whenever you got to, whenever you're more independent, and you have your own land, you got to grow your own food. You got to get ready for the winter. Generally, you don't need to go to the gym and work out and exercise and do strength training and go hit the treadmill. You're getting all your steps in. You're getting work in every day. You're getting good work in. That's why the Lord was like, look, I'm gonna make y'all a Sabbath so y'all can rest. Because you working. You know, everybody wasn't at the gym getting their work. You getting work. You getting exercise. I yep.
Hey, I was looking up things for stress and anxiety, right? And you can look it up. It was by an Edomite named Dr. Eric Bird. I watch it. He got the scoop. He a little bit more on the natural side. So he goes over how exercise is good for stress. People who deal with stress and anxiety. And he said predominantly farm work. That's what he said. Farm work. I was never expecting that kind of answer. He said, "No,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
though. It's rewarding though. I can see it.
yeah, yeah." He said, "Farm work is really good in lowering stress. You don't want to be stressed out. That's gonna boost up your cortisol levels. You don't want cortisol to be at a high. Cortisol is necessary. Stress is necessary, but you don't want to be stressed out or in a high state of stress, right?" So he was saying, farm work is good. Labor is typically is naturally healthy. It is. That's how the Most High God made stuff. It's generally healthy. You out there in the sun, you touching the soil, you touching the grass, you dealing with certain things. You getting more, in contact with nature, and you breathing fresh air. Yeah, what you finna stress about? A lot of stress comes from we want stuff now. Yes, I deal with that myself too. We want stuff now. It's hard for me to read books. You want to know why? It's not happening now. It's not as fast as TV. It's not as quick and rewarding as TV is. It's hard to watch TV because it's not as quick and rewarding as scrolling through a 20-second Instagram reel is. We got to learn how to slow it down. Let me slow down. Everything's not in a rush. I don't need that right now. It's fine. Look, I'm gonna tell you what's going on in my life right now. I'm looking to buy a truck. I want a truck, right? I'm looking to buy a truck and I want that bad boy yesterday. I gotta tell myself, look, I got some money. I'm not making no bad plays by not spending it. But I can make a bad play if I spend it on some nonsense. Let me just slow down, take a deep breath. It's fine. Nothing is really going on. I don't need a truck right now. Don't get me wrong. Me and my wife got a working vehicle. We got a Toyota Camry. If you know, you know. Them bad boys run forever. But we got a Toyota, right? I want to get a truck so she can have a Toyota. I can have my truck. Bam. You know what I'm saying? It's easier that way. But do I need it? No. Let me just calm down. But you know what's hella rewarding? Getting it right now. I can go get a car payment right now and get the truck and be stuck in a car payment. Long term, that's not rewarding. It's not gonna benefit me. Short term, it's gonna benefit the hell out of my mind. So we gotta learn how to just slow it down, Take it step by step. Everything is not a fire drill. You don't gotta pull the alarm. Hey man, everything's going to hell. Cold blue, cold blue. We don't gotta do all of that. Just take our time with it, right? That's typically how people live a healthy life. Mitigating stress, being out in the sun, exercise and moving. It don't gotta be vigorous. It just needs to be something. It does not, you don't have to put up 325 in the gym, right? Ladies, you don't gotta go hit the glute maximizer 3000 all the time. The ladies be trying to get the glutes up all the time. You don't gotta go do all of it all the time. Just get exercise, get moving, look after your diet, make better steps to your diet every day. Just make better steps to your diet, right? And that's pretty much it. Oh, my bad. I forgot the main thing. Keep the commandments of God. You can do everything I just said, and if you don't keep the commandments of God, you'll die. I forgot
Hey,
about that one. You're done. Yeah, my bad.
done.
I almost forgot about that one. Yeah, no. Keep the commandments of God, and then do all of that stuff. Right? That's gonna it's gonna put you in a good. It's gonna put you in a great position. Great
Oh yeah.
position. Oh yeah, you're good. You're good after that one, pal.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Right. Throughout everybody for tuning in. It's always good to talk to y'all. For real, it's always good when y'all talking back to us and we get to chop it up. It's real exciting. You know what I'm saying? We all get to share information. It's just good. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy these kind of conversations. It's real dope. We got Big Zion in the building. Big Z Dog. You know what I'm saying? Big Z Dog pulled up. I knew you was here, but I didn't shout you out. You know what I'm saying? I seen what you were saying. I just didn't shout you out. Now I'm shouting you out. Big Z Dog on the scene, right? So all praises, man. It's been fun, but I'm getting ready to pull up to where I have to handle business, right? Got to handle some business, and I wouldn't be able to do it on live, unfortunately. Um, Lord willing, Lord willing, we get this one brother to tag along with us. He typically at home. He can probably start the live. That way, we don't got to end it short, and he can be a reader for us. Like it'll help out a lot. So, Lord willing, we got that in the works. But do you brothers got anything else before I close out?
Blah, blah.
All praises. So with that, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God Yahweh, by Hashem, and Mashiach Yahweh Shah. And I want to say Shalom.
So